Hi, my name's DiNardo. I am the wine zealot, and today we are in Richland, Washington, visiting one of my personally favorite wineries, Barnard Griffin. In the next few minutes, we'll be touring and tasting some of Washington's best wines.
We have not only the wines, which is of course the primary focus, but we have our own restaurant, which we've just remodeled, and we'll take a look in there for sure. And then my wife is a fused glass artist, and this is her work around here. But we also have a studio where people can come in and learn. She actually has some visiting instructors of even international reputation or professionals. I've been making wine in Washington since 1977, which is longer than anybody else in the business at this point.
So would it be safe to say from 77 to 87 for 10 years were you a garagiste? And then in 87, was it a formal transition?
Well, actually, it was 97 when we got the winery built. And I started our own label in 1983.
Well, I can see why Barnard Griffin wines are what they are because of your background. I had no idea that you studied at UC Davis. And that viticulture program would have been just sort of in its infancy. So this is your Albarino, Rob. What year is this?
This is 2016. The grapes are grown by one of our growers in the Prosser area, the Crawford family. And they planted this, I think it's been 6 years ago. So it's a young planting. It was in an area where they had Riesling, and it was always wonderful Riesling, but one of the aspects of Riesling is it tends to get botrytis easily.
Right.
And they always had a lot of rot problem in that part of the vineyard. But Albarino, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to have that issue at all. But it's a very cool site on the eastern side of the Yakima Valley. It's a wonderful place for Albarino because it retains its acidity and develops beautiful flavors. So we're really excited to work with it. We only make a bit of the wine, and we sell most of it right out the front door in the tasting room. But it's
is this 100% Albarino?
Yes, this is.
That's a treat. Yeah.
And I generally believe in blending when it improves wines, but some wines don't need improving. So here you go.
Cheers. And for those again who may not know, Albarino is typically a Spanish grape varietal. So true to Rob's wonderful winemaking, he makes a terrific Chardonnay. And I think it's safe to say that in Washington, you don't normally find Albarino offered as a white wine grape varietal, which to me makes this even more special and more prized because you would typically find this as a Spanish wine offering.
Sure.
But this is really exceptional in Washington, and it's true textbook in terms of its presence, its bouquet, and its palate as well.
And we can retain the acidity, which is so essential to the variety. We do get a little more ripeness than they do in far northern Spain, so it has nice body to it. And I worry that there isn't enough of it planted because it's beautiful wine. I think there's a definite future. And Washington's a place of discovery. We're always trying varieties that are new to the climate. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I think there's a definite future for this variety in the cooler areas.
And what I like about Albarino, for myself, again, one of my favorite white wine varietals, is, as Rob had mentioned, Albarino has a fairly not aggressive bouquet, but on the bouquet you'll get some soft fruit, typically tropical types of fruit on the nose. Not heavily though. It's even, suffice to say, perhaps a little bit of brioche or toast. Some citrus, mostly favoring lemon, and then some pineapple. And then on the palate or mouth of the wine, what I particularly like about Albarino, as Robin mentioned, is the acidity. I'm not going to compare this to a French wine, but for those who like, say, a true French Chablis, they love the minerality. And what I like about Albarino is not only the acidity, but you really get that terroir. You get that earthy quality balanced with that acidity that's not overwhelming or too aggressive, and that wonderfully long finish. And for those who are foodies, I would say this would be like the perfect wine to have with something like brie cheese or even manchego. So if we were staying with a Spanish theme, manchego cheese, possibly Serrano ham. But also something like this would be outstanding with oysters or duck, or even a pork tenderloin, because the acidity would be terrific. So even with something sweeter, sweeter type of fare, like even barbecued tenderloin, the acidity is going to balance that out. Again, a true testament to terrific winemaking here at Barnard Griffin.